Hello, welcome to this video. I'm going to be giving you some self-care tips, vegan edition. So whether you're a new vegan or you've been a vegan for years and years, these apply to both of you. Newbies and not newbies. My name is Lessie, or Lessie Lulu, whatever you prefer.
For those of you that watched my last video, what do you think of the freckles? I've tried to do them a bit better.
This is fake, by the way. If you see me going like that, I would never do that to a real plant. No offence. So I've got 7 tips and I'm just gonna get straight into it. So tip number 1, first and foremost, knowledge is power. You need to know your facts and your stats and know that you are doing the right thing. So that might involve reading loads of books or articles. I tend to read a vegan article or some factual information pretty much every day. So I often read articles, but I am looking for some books at the moment, and I stumbled across this book called Dystopia. So apparently this book is great. I've heard it's almost written like a counselling book, but for vegans. I'm 100% going to order it. I'm juggling a lot of books at the moment. So I've got like a feminist book I'm reading, I've got an autobiography that I'm reading, and now I want to get this vegan book. And I'm just really bad at powering through one book at a time, although I did do that with Girl, Woman, Another. You should get that. Excellent book. By the way, my cat's snoring. She's always in here when I film. It's snoring, it's not. It sounds a little bit like a fart. I'm not farting. But yeah, Dystopia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm probably not. Dystopia is actually a term coined by the author of the book that I'm gonna suggest. In fact, I'll put it here. Get it? And it's basically like the vegan version of an existential crisis. And if you don't know, an existential crisis happens when somebody feels they lack meaning and purpose, when something might change, something significant might change, or something new might happen. But this something is usually quite major. It's like a learning curve, or just general significant life change. Probably explained that really badly actually. This can happen to vegans when they learn about the horrors of animal exploitation. They can have a vegan existential crisis when they feel out of control because they know about how horrific everything is and what's going on. There's so much to solve, and I certainly feel out of control from time to time, that's for sure. So yeah, basically I want you to read and research, own your decision to go vegan. This is so easy to do if you just simply research. Learn the positives. So you halve your carbon footprint when you go vegan, you save 100 animals a year. The list goes on. There's so many great things that, so many positives that I will mention at the end of this video. Always keep these things in mind, these positives in mind, so you can't be easily swayed by non-vegans that are arguing with you only to soothe their moral conscience. So basically, stay informed for your own peace of mind. As Mark Twain said, I've got it written down somewhere because I've forgotten it now. It is never wrong to do the right thing. I love that. And veganism is the right thing. Second tip is to connect with other vegans. You can do this most easily by means of social media. I know in person is not particularly easy at the moment because of Rona, but yeah, social media is great. So TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, although Facebook's dead now. So is Instagram a little bit. I'm all about TikTok at the moment. Check my TikTok out. I don't need a wee, by the way. I'm just feeling very... I think I need to have a glass of water. Refreshed. Love the aqua. So just search for vegan accounts. You can do that by putting #vegan. You can even, I didn't even know this was a thing, which is quite embarrassing, but on Instagram you can follow hashtags. It's so bad I didn't know that. I followed LGBTQ, the LGBTQ hashtag today, and it's got I keep scrolling and getting loads of really cute couple pictures, which is quite nice. Anyway, you can follow the vegan hashtag and it will help you find vegan accounts to follow. My advice is to follow a range of vegan accounts, so some on ethics, some on climate change, that talk about ethics and climate change and animal exploitation, and that show really nice foods, so you kind of get all corners of veganism. Definitely follow a lot of maybe positive quote vegan accounts, there's a lot of them as well, or vegan memes is a really good one. Get a good variation. And if you fancy, you could maybe message a few of these accounts and spark a conversation. That's if you're feeling the need to be remotivated or are just a little bit bored. I've had a few conversations with some vegan people and it's really given me a boost of happiness. Yeah, it's done a world of good for me. So there are 2 vegan apps. I looked it up because I thought, I bet there's like a vegan like friend date or dating app as well, and there are. One's called Grazer and one's called like V-Grinder or something. V-Grinder. I've got it written down some. I have no idea. I can't see it anywhere. But yeah, you can meet people on these apps, and that could be a good way. I mean, I've never actually used it, so I'm not saying this is the best option, but it's an option. Give it a go, especially for those single vegans. Now, I'm just going to quickly put it out there whilst we're into the video. I am proud of you. Going vegan does so much good. So many of us get so much stick for making the change. You are a great human for making the decision. Keep going, more and more people are going to join us. Just thought I'd put it out there. I know it can get very draining and negative at times, so it's good to remind yourself that whilst there's a lot of people that are unwilling to go vegan, there's still loads of people out there like us. It's an ever-growing community. Okay, so the next self-care tip number 3 or 2, I can't remember. If you have furry friends at home, like my cat who's snoring over there, connect with them. This might sound a bit strange. Whenever I stare into my cat's eyes, I immediately get a sense of understanding and purpose. My cat Marble stares into my eyes, right into my eyes all the time. It's actually super sweet. She is now going like this, rolling onto her belly as I talk about her. Are your ears burning? No more. Okay, sorry. Yeah, connect with your furry friends. Cuddling my cats is sometimes all I need to remind myself that I am part of something bigger. Something so important. The cats or dogs or whatever that you live with, the animals that you live with, are no different to the chickens or cows that other people eat. They are sentient beings. They feel emotions. Sometimes it's good to see that firsthand. So, oh, there's a fly. So go and spend some time with your furry companions, your animal companions. They might not be furry. You might have a snake or something, although it'd be a bit weird to have a snake in your house. That is a completely different topic. On to the next. Except that some people are just unwilling to change. Yep, I think we can all use with accepting that. Oh no, my necklace hasn't. I hope it hasn't not been out the whole time. Anyway. Okay. So, make peace with the reality that, yeah, some people are unwilling to change. If you're a vocal vegan and you want to help people see the light, that's amazing. Join the club. You're not extreme and you're not militant. Remember, silly people say things like this when they feel ashamed or attacked. They criticise the individual rather than the argument, and this says a lot. It says a lot about who's wrong. I just want you to be cautious. If it is clear that someone just wants an argument, they don't really want to listen to you, then take the high ground and just move on. Treasure your inner peace and keep quiet on this one. My next tip, I need to read again, sorry. Oh yeah, treat yourself to the alternatives every so often. So your old faves, basically. I had a Beyond burger the other day and it was amazing. Again, it was on my Instagram story. It's actually on my Instagram feed, so you can have a look. But oh my god, they're amazing. My stepdad was like, wow, I'd happily have that over a meat patty. Genuinely one of the best alternatives, if not the best, in terms of comparison. It's so directly similar to a meat patty. I also have pizzas once a week usually, and I do make milkshakes a lot because they are one of my favourite desserts. So yeah, I have these vegan junk foods, these vegan alternatives on a monthly or weekly basis actually. I think it's important to do this because a lot of vegans try to make you feel left out. Did I say vegans? I mean non-vegans. So the statement, oh, I'd miss blah 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 too much, I couldn't be a vegan, is kind of thrown out a lot. It's used so often, so just remind yourself that you are not missing out. Next self-care tip is to watch Earthling Ed. Sorry, I talk about him all the time, I know. So Earthling Ed is my personal choice, but anyone who you feel represents your reasoning for going vegan, just watch them. So I got some hate on one of my my first ever like vegan TikTok videos, the tiniest bit from some loser. So then I watched Earthling Ed's video, what was it called? I can't remember, but he's responding to hate comments, and he's so articulate, so he just really puts everything into perspective, and it made me feel so much better again. So yeah, I think it's really good to find a vegan activist that really speaks to you. In my case it is Ed, because I went vegan for the animals. I've actually done a video on that. It's not as simple as that, but feel free to go and watch it. I'll put it on the link at the end of the video. But yeah, it's good to have these people that you can kind of go back to if you ever feel like you're being questioned on your veganism and you've been doubted and maybe you've received hate, which is kind of inevitable, especially if you're quite vocal about it. So yeah, just have that one person that really echoes your reasoning for going vegan. That one person that you can go to, whether they are, you know, like a figurehead, a celebrity online that you can just watch their videos or watch them talk about it or look at their Instagram, or someone you actually know. The next self-care tip is actually kind of two, and I've paired them together. But the first kind of section of it is channeling your energy and your frustration into the cause and to think of the positives of going vegan. So ways that you can channel your frustration into the cause is by going to protests, doing artwork for protests or for Instagram. You can volunteer at an animal sanctuary. You can educate others. I research a lot and write down my thoughts on veganism a lot in order to speak in videos about them to share with new people. So that's my kind of way of feeling like I'm doing something meaningful and not getting just frustrated that not everyone's going vegan. Whilst it's good reading a variety of articles, don't get caught up in the negative space. Don't read loads of negative articles. Seek out positive content. You might think that you're not affected by hate, or you can look past the negative comments, but remember your subconscious is always listening and it will inevitably take some of this in. You can't really help that. Like when I was watching Love Island, I'm actually in a really good place with my body image, and I'm not pressuring myself in any way, shape or form to look a different way or to change my body. But when I was watching Love Island on consecutive days, I noticed actually myself, I was looking in the mirror longer at my body and just kind of scanning it more, and I was like, it's Love Island. Anyway, your subconscious is always listening, so be careful what you consume, what you watch, what you read. And finally, as I said, focus on the positives, and a way you can do this is by going on your phone, opening notes up and doing a little list of the positives of being a vegan. So it might sound a little bit like this. You are a part of a community, a family, a group of people who are caring, and these people make the best friends. There will be a day when everyone will be vegan, and you can say that you are one of the few that went against the majority and went vegan. You prioritised greater good over convenience and pleasure. You are doing a world of good for your health, and you are decreasing your chances of getting cancer and many other life-threatening diseases. You're actually an animal lover now. You're not a hypocrite. It's gonna trigger some people if you're non-vegan watching this. Anyway. You are helping reduce the chances of another pandemic. I can go on and on, but I won't. If you look up online the positives to going vegan, I'm sure there's many out there as well that are different to mine, but those are the first things that kind of came to my mind. So that's the end of this video. Please subscribe, like, share and comment. I post every Wednesday and every Friday. I like to talk about so many things. I love to just talk about society and how it impacts individuals, but my main focus is veganism and female empowerment, and on TikTok a lot about bisexuality and sexuality more generally. So go and have a look. But yeah.
Do we like my outfit?
I'm wearing my pyjamas with my Tommy Hilfiger, fake Tommy Hilfiger top. I actually really like these pyjama trousers. I wore them out to Tesco the other day.
Don't know why I'm telling you this, I just thought it'd be interesting. Have I got anything wise to say? Have a glass of water. Have some B12, not just for the vegans, non-vegans too, because non-vegans lack B12 in their diet as well. a misconception that it's just vegans that need to take B12 tablets.